I get inspiration for these videos from all kinds of places. Sometimes you guys send me comments and requesting certain things. Sometimes I see something interesting. Sometimes I have a dream. And sometimes the request for an item I'm going to make comes from within the house. This one did. My wife's been dying for some really good blueberry muffins, so we're making blueberry muffins today. That sounds fun, doesn't it? It is going to be fun, so join me, will you? Okay, I'm not doing the cut thing and getting started because I just have everything here. We're just going to do it right now. How's that? Completely different. Weird, huh? All right, so we have a stick of butter. This is nice and soft. This is going in our big bowl here. What is that going to do for us? It's going to give us butter. We are going to, there we go. All right, there, that went in, close enough. What do you do? Okay, this is not a big work area and this is a lot of things to assemble. Normally I work in a much bigger area when I'm baking because it's much easier, but we're gonna do this here. I'm gonna make it. Claustrophobia is not gonna get me this time. Okay, what do we have to go into this? We have to cream our sugar into our butter. It's very hard to do it the other way around, but it is possible. So we have a 1.25 cups of granulated sugar right here with our half a stick of butter, and basically this is going to get mashed. I'll fast forward a little bit so you don't have to watch all of this. Otherwise, just whip this up, and it's best to do this with a hand blender. You can do it with a mixer, but at some point it's got to come out of the mixer, so you might as well just start here. Okay, that was fun. That is incredibly important. If you do not do that step, this will not turn out correctly. I don't make up the rules, folks. I'm just here to report on them. But that is basically seriously important. You have to do that step. And what you end up with is this. It's a lovely mixture that's, you can see, it's buttery, but it's full of sugar. It's creamed in, and it's beautiful, and it's lovely, and that is perfect. It's exactly what you need right there. It's going to be that very light color, and we can move on. Next thing is eggs. We have 2 large eggs. These are room temperature eggs. We are going to whip these in one at a time and get them fully incorporated. Say that a couple times fast. Incorporated, incorporated, incorporated. Now I'll never say it the right way again. All right, so let's get our eggs beaten up here. All right, that's the first one fully done. Needless to say, folks, don't lick the beaters at this point. All right, egg number 2. All right, that looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, so now we have 3 other wet ingredients going in this before we start putting the dry stuff in, and then we start putting the blueberries in. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've still got to put in a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can always get buttermilk, or you can use regular milk. Buttermilk tastes better. Again, it's not a deal breaker, but I mean, you're going through all the effort anyways, you might as well, right? Do you just happen to have 2 cups of blueberries around? No. So you're probably going to the store, right? Okay, get buttermilk. Come on. I don't understand what the deal is. Okay, teaspoon of lemon juice. And a teaspoon of vanilla. You can put 2 teaspoons in if you want. How do you judge a teaspoon? You're like, oh, that's some. And that's some more. There you go. About 2 teaspoons. Perfect. Now, back to the mixer. All right, we can let that sit here for a second because it's time for the dry stuff. What have we got for dry stuff? We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is just regular white flour. We have a teaspoon and a half of granulated sugar. No, salt, sorry. Teaspoon and a half of salt. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. It looks like sugar. I don't know. They don't have a smell. All right, so that's going in there. Salt is going in. We have our baking soda. It's 2 teaspoons baking powder. Baking powder, not soda. Okay, how do you know, what's the difference between baking powder and baking soda? Soda makes it spread, powder makes it puff. And since we're making muffins, not buttermilk pancakes or something like that, buttermilk cookies, or blueberry cookies, sorry, blueberries. There's a thing of blueberries sitting here. I can't get blueberries out of my head. But yeah, anywho, baking powder and salt. Obviously, this is a recipe I make a lot because I just have it on top of my head. Okay, I don't make this a lot. Have I made it before? Yeah, it's been a while. All right, now that is pretty well mixed up. You want to not skip this step of whisking in this to get it well blended. This also breaks up the flour nicely because you don't want clumpy flour. A lot of recipes call for sifting this. That's kind of old school. Most flour is pre-sifted these days. What's the difference? Back in the day, flour used to sit around and it would clump and cake inside the bags. When you get it, it would be hard and there'd be lumps in it. It doesn't do that anymore. So you don't have to worry about sifting it quite as much as you would have had to do 40, 50 years ago. And if you're using an old recipe like this one, that is going to be in your recipe. Don't worry about it. Just do this step, mix it up real good. Okay, now this is going in there, but it has to go in a special way. It just goes in there. Turns out it just goes in there. Not that special. But I had it for a second. Okay. Scrape down your sides a little bit here. There you go. That's probably doing a pretty good job. Don't have to go too crazy here with this. Just get this part here. That looks pretty amazing. All right, there's only one thing left to put in this and we're already done. Can you believe this? It's pretty amazing. It's going really quick. We are no longer going to need this guy. So as always, pick it up out of the thing and then spin it really fast and spread it everywhere. Or just knock it against the side here. Pop those out. Don't lick those. I know. I'm not gonna lick them. I can't believe it either. All right, blueberries, fresh blueberries. So you want to use frozen blueberries? That's fine. Just thaw them out first. I mean, they're a little different. These are better. But if it's all you can get, it's all you can get. Okay, so we want to just mush up. Well, you want it. This is 2 cups. I'm gonna a couple more. We just want to mush these up a little bit so that they blend in and add the flavor, the blueberriousness to the whole endeavor. And so I am going to grab the spoon for doing that because I didn't grab that yet. I forgot something. Now I remember. Here it is. Okay, blue spoon, blueberries. That's how that works. You didn't know that these things were color-coded, did you? Nope. All right. We are just going to smash these up pretty good. Get all the wonderfulness in here. You thought these would be blue inside, didn't you? They're purple-ish. The more smashed you get these, the more smashed they'll be. You really want these kind of mushed up because this is the part that spreads all the juice through everything and makes it really blueberriousness. But they don't have to be completely pulverized. I mean, don't stick them in a blender and try and mash them or anything like that. That's too much. But just the back of a spoon, make a paste. There you go. Okay, that's perfect. Now we are going to incorporate this into our batter. Yes, we are. Oop. All right, won't need that anymore. I'm going to take the rest of our blueberries right here and dump those in just like that. Now we're going to fold this in. You don't want to go too crazy at this point. You just want to make lovely little circles, folding under and up and around, and just incorporating our blueberries. Some of these are very large, but we're making jumbo muffins. Of course I'm making jumbo muffins. Why wouldn't I be making jumbo muffins? Come on. So this will handle. If you're making the little muffins, you really want to get little blueberries. These are for jumbo muffins. These are the jumbo blueberries. Okay. That's that. There you go. Okay, let's get the muffin tin and put this in. You thought the tin would be bigger, didn't you? Yeah, well, it's only 6 of them because they're big. Just weird. But hey, I don't question math. Yeah, I do all the time. All right, so you want to put this in here. I'm going to steal this back because we're going to put this in. You want to fill these up about 2/3 of the way because they will expand. If you're doing a streusel top, you don't go all the way up because you want to put the streusel top on top, but that's not really a blueberry muffin thing, is it? Not really. So I'm just putting a little bit in each one to start off, and then I'll come back and fill them up and get them to the right height here. All right, these are about full, but this is a pretty thick batter, so sounds like horses, doesn't it? Okay, who's thinking Holy Grail right now? Monty Python, as I'm doing that. With the coconut things as the horse because they didn't have a horse. Come on. Am I the only one? I can't be the only one. Okay, I'm going to put I have a little bit more. I'm going to put a little more in this one. Here's where you start getting into trouble because you're chasing the tall one now. And these are all going to go crazy because we want them to be epic and we want them to be beautiful, right? They're all going to be epic and crazy. I can get a little more in there. That'll fill up to the other ones. Okay, I want a little over 2/3. But yeah, 2/3 gives you a nice muffin top and they don't all bleed together. This is going to go crazy. So I'm going to put this on a pan and these are going in the oven. What's the temperature? How would you know? It's 375. They're going to take about 30-35 minutes, something like that. But we have a treat for the end. Just before they're done, we're going to do something special. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, here's the gratuitous pushing the muffins in the oven shot. The secret here is brushing a little bit of butter on top of the muffins when they're about 10 minutes from done. They took about 35 minutes for me, so give it about 22 to 25. And then we're going to put a little bit of raw sugar on this, turbinado sugar, sanded sugar, whatever you want to call it. Just sprinkle a little on top. Be very gentle at this point because you don't want your muffins to drop, basically. And give them the last 10 minutes, and this is what they're going to look like. You know they're done when a toothpick comes out of the center clean. It doesn't have any crumbs on it or any gum or anything like that. And that is your beautiful looking muffins. All right, the muffins are done and you may notice something interesting. I made 6. There are only 5. One of them didn't make it. These are good muffins, very good muffins. And the person that requested that I make the muffins already stole a muffin. So I have 5 muffins. It's okay. We can work with 5 muffins. It's fine. I'm only going to eat the one here with the camera, and you're not going to get any. So 5 is plenty. We can work with this, right? Exactly. Okay. So what are we going to do now? Oh, we're going to eat some muffins. That's what we're going to do. Which one? Which one do you think? Which? Oh my kidding! It was always going to be this guy. All right. I'm going to move these over here. We're going in. We're pulling down the, oh, yeah, looking forward to that. I like the paper. I took the fork and get all the goodness off of that. I love that part. Now, I'm just going to cut into this guy here a little bit. Normally, you would be putting a little bit of butter on this. I'm not going to do that, but Look at how perfect that muffin is. Can you see how perfect and beautiful that muffin looks? Hopefully this camera, so I'm experimenting with the camera rigs a little bit. I have a boom camera now shooting down, and I'm hoping it's catching this and it's not all skewed or funny, because I can't see what the boom camera is doing. And if I'm being honest looking at it, it might be a little funny. So if this is like this, I'm sorry, I'll work on it. And the microphone too is no longer on the apron, as you may have noticed. I'm not wearing the apron anymore because I don't really like aprons. They're a pain in the butt. When you have a bad shoulder and you have to tie one of those things in the back, so the microphone is sitting right here as well, so I don't have to have the thing, and you don't have to hear me go anymore. That was really annoying. Hopefully it's not catching it quite as much. We'll find out. But what we do know is that it's a great muffin, and I've got a fork, and I'm going in. She looks beautiful. She looks amazing. I'll put this here. You can see this. Okay, that's a really big piece of muffin there. I don't think I'm going to get all that in me. And let's be honest, we're just going for the muffin top, right? Come on. Oh yeah. Oh, it's so moist. Flavor's really great. Fresh blueberries make all the difference. They really do. Oh. Okay. There you go. Now I know why in about 2 minutes there will be another muffin that is missing after this one. I mean, I'm going to finish that one. But holy cow. Okay. Another important tip. Do not put these in an airtight container when they come out of the oven. They still steam and things, and they will just mush themselves to death. You have to put them in a bowl, a container, something like that. Just put a towel over the top. Let them steam and do what they do for a few hours. Then you can store them in an airtight container. If you want to put them in the fridge, they will stay even longer. But if they keep them room temperature, 2-3 days. How are we kidding? 2-3 hours. Yeah, come on. But yeah, that's a blueberry muffin right there. And that's the end of this video, I think, because basically I've done everything except say thank you for watching this video. If you want to subscribe to this channel, if you found this in any way interesting, I don't know. I don't know. But if you did, well, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe that link down there, the whatever it's called. Hit that, and then you will be part of the channel here, and you'll get to know when stuff comes out, and YouTube will know that you like this channel, and it will tell other people that, hey, look, people like this channel, and then people will see these videos, and then who knows where we go from there. I'm just saying. Today, blueberry muffins. Tomorrow, what? Scones? Who knows? Okay, that's it. I'm saying thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one. I don't know.